It certainly seems like the Virginia Tech fans are going to get grunk. And rival Virginia, well, they got the other Penn State quarterback. Things are going to get interesting in this rivalry. That's for sure. Next, here on the College Huddle. Welcome into the College Huddle 87 Independent Podcast from coast to coast, and you have found the mothership right here on YouTube at the College Huddle. Check out our website. Head on over to thecollegehuddle.com. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video and make sure you're subscribed. Both are absolutely free. And the other thing you can do to help us out here at the College Huddle is leave us a comment down in the comment section below. I'm sure a lot of you are going to have a lot to say about this. A couple weeks ago, we broke down which one of the two quarterbacks that James Franklin has had in his system when he was at Penn State would end up being the signal caller for Virginia Tech in 2026 between Ethan Grunkemeyer, the most recent Penn State quarterback, and Beau Perula, the quarterback from Missouri, who was at Penn State then left after not beating out Drew Aller. Well, we got our answer. Virginia Tech is going to get Grunk, Ethan Grunkemeyer, which, by the way, it seemed like he was the one who was going to be going to Virginia Tech for a while now, just made official yesterday. But Grunk is going to head off to Blacksburg to be the starting quarterback for James Franklin and his team in 2026. It was the right decision to make if you had a decision between the two, in my opinion. 6'2", 212-pound quarterback with 3 years of eligibility remaining. From Lewis Center, Ohio, threw for 1,339 yards, 8 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, with a QBR of 75 in last season in 2025. The Who's, on the other hand, they're getting Beau Perula, who in 10 games last year for Missouri completed 67.4% of his passes for 1,941 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He also rushed the ball 297 yards and 6 scores, so definitely a dual threat guy. But he's going to come in as basically a one-year rental for the Cavaliers in 2026, where Virginia Tech's thinking long-term here with Ethan Grunkemeyer. Now, what about all of you Virginia Tech fans when it comes to this little debate? Well, it was obvious to me overwhelmingly, I would say somewhere in the ballpark of 90% or more in the comment section, where you all felt like Ethan Grunkemeyer was definitely the guy you all wanted to go with. Of course, there were some Penn State fans hopping in, throwing some shade. Gosh, I wish Penn State and Virginia Tech could play each other in 2026. That would be must-see TV for me. But let's go ahead and head on over to Tech Sideline, where we're going to read your comments this morning here and get a pulse of what the Hokie fans are saying with the news that Ethan Grunkemeyer is going to be the starting signal caller for the Hokies in 2026. Franklin's afraid of JMU. That's sarcasm, folks. Go Hokies. That says Doug. Dean, Penn State recruited him to run their offense. It seems to do it well. Been a while since we've had talent to match the system. Gary, hope he likes Metallica. Welcome to Hokie Nation. I'm sure he does, Gary. Another Gary. This one, Gary Arnold. We've been waiting for that announcement. Welcome to Hokie Nation. Seems like it was 2 weeks ago or so. Felt like he was definitely the guy, and then just crickets for a while. Steven, we like the Grunk. Gotta have that Grunk. As a freshman, QB got thrown into starting after Aller got injured and performed very well after Penn State fired Mr. Franklin through the chaos, led him to a bowl game and victory. Excellent passer and is a huge improvement over what VT has had in years. Good times ahead. Time to cry, boo-hoos. Irvin James says that Vatek versus UVA game going to be a good one next year. Yes, it is. I'm starting to assemble my top 10 games for 2026. This one might be in there. It might be in there, given the season Virginia Tech had, given where excuse me, given the season Virginia had in 2025, just missing the CFP, given the offseason Virginia Tech has had, given the fact that they now have two Penn State quarterbacks who will be dueling one another, that's going to be a very interesting football game. Mark says, I thought he looked great against Clemson in their bowl game. He did. He absolutely outperformed Cade Klubnik in my opinion. Dale Morris, as Barney Fife used to say, this is big. Okay. Kenny Linkus, where in the world have you been? Welcome to the nation. Yeah, it was definitely a thought it would have happened a lot sooner, Kenny. I agree. Jim McAllister, hopefully the natives will now rest. I think they should rest just fine. Marlon Charles, let's get Grunk. There it is. We knew that someone was eventually going to say it. I wonder what that costs, says Wyatt. Does it matter? Welcome to the new age of college football. Everybody's spending money. CM Farrell, check out his stats at Penn State, especially his rushing numbers. Negative yards, not how Tech does QBs. Shaking my head. Hashtag Virginia Tech College of Engineering. Hashtag Hokie for life. CM not a fan, huh? Let's see what these replies are. Steve says it is how Franklin does QBs. Mike says we had success with some not very mobile quarterbacks. Jim Drunkenmiller for one. So there's a little bit of a pushback there. Austin says I like Virginia Tech. Good for you, Austin. Willow, finally. Let's go Hokies. Jake, there it is. Bruce and Cook. Bruce A. Cook, congratulations, young man. Now the work starts here at VT. Welcome to Hokie Nation. Nathan Smith, as a Penn State, none of you guys transferred mattered much. Most were not starters. This one still stings. I wish him success. Nathan, but a lot of them were your depth pieces and future starters. So that comment kind of hollow, bud. Wayne Britt, these kids aren't committed to anything but all the money. True commitment would mean staying with the same school for 4 years. It's all a joke now. Yeah, but his head coach left, Wayne. Like, I mean, if you had a boss that you really liked and your boss went to another competitor and he offered you maybe a slight raise to go to that competitor, you mean to tell me you're going to stay right where you're at because, you're committed? I don't buy that. Kyle Taylor, is it finally official? It is indeed, Kyle. Beth, finally official. Welcome. Johnny Norris, I thought this happened a week ago. So did a lot of other people, but it wasn't official. Larry, we have a whole new team. Yes, you do. Jerry, y'all a new coaching staff too, man. Jeremy Johnson, Tech is going to be legit this year. I think you guys are going to be very good. Rob Fridley, welcome. Randall Irvin, finally, welcome home. Keenan Lisenby, just got better. Virginia Tech recruiting some of the best players. Awesome. Seth Dutton, let's go. Steve, finally. Patty, finally. Dave, awesome news. Mark, excellent. Dale, finally. Kevin, what took so long? Bill, great news. Phil, Hokies. Karen, welcome home. Teddy, welcome to Hokie Nation. Then we got a bunch of memes, and then Jack says, finally. So, as you can see, folks, Virginia Tech fans are excited about this, and rightfully so. And you should be. You should be excited about this. This is a good get for you guys. Ethan Grunkemeyer played high school literally down the road from where I live. And he was very, very good in high school. He was an elite quarterback in high school. Went to a good school, played in an excellent league here in North Central Ohio. I know his family. His mother played basketball at The Ohio State University. This is an athletic kid. And this is a kid who believed in James Franklin, who committed to James Franklin. So when you talk about the kid's commitment, his commitment is to your head coach. And I don't think that you could have a more important relationship than a quarterback head coach combo. And you guys got the one that I felt like you absolutely needed to have if you were going to make this transition successful early on. You did that. Virginia Tech is legit. They're for real. I set out when James Franklin was named head coach. I set the standard at, let's see if you guys can get to 6 wins and get back to a bowl game in 2026. I'm now starting to think that might be a little low. I think Virginia Tech is a 6-win team at least. That's the floor for Virginia Tech in 2026. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. You excited about this, Hokie fans? You ready to get grunk? You should. You got your quarterback for at least the foreseeable future. Good, young athlete. I think you all are going to love what he does for this offense. I think you all are going to love James Franklin as well. I think the rebuild is ahead of schedule. Again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. We'll be back with more college football content for you on the daily here at the College Huddle.